everybody, this is Scott in the old curiosity shop, and look at all that stuff. Yes, I've been out shopping again, and I'm snowed in tonight, or at least I'm going to be snowed in tonight, maybe for the next day. So I'm going to show you what I purchased today, and then I'm going to get listing. The music we heard as we began today is the Crazy Calliope by Margie Minor. And this is a 1960s LP on Dot Records. I picked this up for free. It's one of the places I like to stop at. This is the Grand Old Time Tunes nostalgically reviewed or revived on an 1895 Steam Wurlitzer Steam Calliope. And I didn't know that Wurlitzer made Calliopes, but now I do. I do remember when I was a kid going to the county fair where I lived. There was an antique old sort of 1920s Calliope, and I was fascinated with it. Used to listen to that. All right, here's what I have. Most of this I got today or yesterday. There's a couple of things that I picked up a while ago and just forgot to show you in thrift haul videos. So we'll start here. This is Irish linen, made in Ireland, hand embroidered. It looks like probably the 1950s or 60s. The box is really smashed. But there are a couple of, I guess they're I didn't really pull this off. I think they're handkerchiefs or chiefs, as you call them, with a little shamrock. This was $1, and I really, didn't do any research. I'm not sure, but I'll probably put it in my shop for 10 or 12 bucks. We'll see what happens. These are really neat. Stir It beverage sticks. These are screaming 1960s in the original box. They're just plastic. Can I open them? There they are. So they're like oars with an S on them for Stir It. Just little inexpensive barware items from the 1960s. What will I try to sell those for? 12 bucks. And they were 99 cents. You may be wondering, why is he showing single serve iodized salt and pepper? I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts today to get a coffee on my way out, and I just wanted to show you the mid-century mod Starburst that they're using on their salt and peppers. Isn't that kind of neat? Okay. Again, I've really been finding salt and pepper shakers lately. These are adorable little bears. They're tiny. They don't say Japan on the bottom. I haven't really had a chance to look these up because I just picked them up. These were $1 for the pair. And he only has like one little hole right there. I guess he is... Would he be salt with the one hole and the two holes is pepper? I don't know, but they're really cute. So we'll move them. What are they worth? I don't know, maybe 12 bucks for the pair. I'm not really good with salt and pepper shakers. Although, woo! If you watched my last video, you saw I bought these little heads that ended up being called Thumbelina, and they sell for like 60 bucks. I'm going to be listing those later tonight. The pairs I'm going to show you today, I think are probably only like, $9, $10, $12 pairs of salt and pepper shakers. But what do I know? I mean, I'm new to salt and pepper shakers. Here are two wise old owls, and they are not marked. No, one of them is marked Japan, but his little friend is not marked Japan. So I don't know what's wrong with that. And they're cute. These were all the salt and pepper shakers were $1 per set, so I was really excited about that. There is another set right there, and these are two squirrels, and they are Japan as well. Come here, squirrel. So 4 holes in his head, 3 holes in his head, and in great shape. Really cute. All right, just in time for spring is this bird and a watering can. Cute little planter, which is made in Japan. Let me turn this upside down, and you can Yeah, made in Japan. I don't know, what does that say? Muse? Joiner? Mose Company, New York? I don't know. Haven't looked it up yet, but those would probably just be the importers. This was 50 cents, and I'll probably put $8.99, $9.99 on it in my little made in Japan category. Another little 50 cents. He is not a salt and pepper shaker. I don't know what he does, but he just stands there with his anchor. And he's just a little nautical man, or nautical boy, and it says Japan right there. Which is odd, because it's not, usually it's, oh, look at the bubbles up there. You can tell I washed him. See the soap bubbles, like way up there? It just says carved into it, or into the mold, Japan. Cheap little figurine, I don't know, $5, $4.99, we'll see. Get over there. And one more Rogue Santa shaker. This is my third Santa shaker where it's just Santa on his own and nobody else is with him. And this has that funny spaghetti stuff going on, which I'm not a huge fan of that because it kind of looks ratty. I don't know. And he is made in Japan, and his cork is wet because I washed him off too. So, I don't know. I'm new to salt and pepper shakers. Okay, this is a crusty corn cob pan. I paid more than this. If the advertising sleeve wasn't with it, I wouldn't have paid $6 for it. Because the Wilton cast iron pan itself sells for about 10 bucks. They're not rare. They were made from the 1920s, really into the 50s. But because it had its advertising sleeve on it, I think I can get maybe $20 for it. I did do some quick research on this, and somebody had a sleeve, and just this cardboard sleeve alone sold for $8. So I feel like the sleeve and the pan together should bring about $20. The typography, the graphics on this one looks to me to be sometime from the late 30s into the 1940s. Could even be the early 50s, but it does not look 1920s to me at all, or 1960s, so we're going to put it in that time range. And then the recipe is back here, so I'm not going to try it. This is very heavy, and I do not want to drop it on my granite countertop. All right, that's going to go down there. These I haven't priced yet, but I do really well when I sell decent college and university memorabilia. These are some really nice Villanova University cast coasters. Coasters, yeah. Casters are wheels on the bottom of furniture. These are coasters. Some of them have had their little felt things replaced. That's got cork, that has like spongy sponge, and that has green. I have a lot of these little green things, so I might put the green on all of them. And they say on the bottom Hyde Park, which we know is up in New York State. That's where FDR was from. But I don't know why. I know it's not focusing. Anyway, really cool coasters from Villanova University. There was only one of these. It was 50 cents. It's a beautiful, beautiful cut to clear bohemian tumbler. And it's, you can see, yep, there was only one. I would love to have a set of 4 of these or 6 of these. I really like cut to clear. Excuse me. Pretty. What am I going to do with one? I don't know. Drink out of it. I couldn't pass it up for 99 cents. This I have not researched yet, but it really looks 60s to me. A vase in the shape of a double base. And on the bottom, it says Goldra, Palestine. And again, I have not even taken a moment to look up to try to see, that needs to be washed, to see what it is. I just like the look of it. the size of it, and it could stand as a vase, but it also has a hole up there, so that's weird. I mean, I guess you could hang it on the wall. I will probably sell that for $14.99, or at least that's probably the price I'll put on it, unless I discover otherwise. Kind of unusual. Here is a French Limoges bell. Oops. Why is it? Oh, I was tinkling too hard. You have to be gentle. All right, and so in there it says Limoges, France. No clue. It's got a little gilded top. That's probably a decal, not hand painted, although I can't really tell. Limoges is pretty good. People collect bells. It was 99 cents. I'll do my research to try to find out what that'll sell for. This will probably sell for $10 or $12. I've got little piddly things right now, but you know, I paid so little for this stuff, and I've been getting a lot of turkey stuff. So I'm really filling up my my Thanksgiving section in my shop. This is also pottery. It's got Lefton. It's not Lefton, is it? Mapoko. It's Napco. Imported from Japan. And this is a planter. So now I've got salt and pepper shakers. I've got candle holders. And now like a centerpiece. All for Thanksgiving. And these are all, you know, all this stuff dates, you know, 50s and 60s. All right, turkey. Let's see. You need to scram. Sorry, folks. I'm not very organized right now. Here is a humidor. And it says humidor right on it. Really cool to find. This is probably from the 1940s. Obviously, this is where a pipe smoker would keep his pipes, or her pipes. Women did smoke pipes. Really cool to have the glass humidor on the inside. The lid is missing its handle, no problem. I have coffee cans like full of old hardware. I'll be able to put something on that. You'll never know that it was missing. Here is the amber. Well, that won't come out unless I take this off. So I have not taken it out to see in the bottom who made it. And there's something in there. I should have. Is that? I can't wait to take that out of there and see what it says on the bottom of that glass. I should have done that already. There is a maker's mark on the glass jar. So there's the... For the pipe tobacco would be put in there. This was maybe I think this was about $3. And I'm not a smoker myself, but I know that tobacco stuff is, you know, like pipes, cigars. There's a, what do you call that? Tobacco-ana? I just made that up. What do you call collectibles that are tobacco smoking related? Not tobacco-ana, tobacciana. That sounds like a country name, doesn't it? For like a little girl. Tobacciana, get in this station wagon right now. I'm really being goofy. Anyway, so yeah, that was just a couple bucks, and I like that. All right, I'm just gonna leave that back there. This is going to stay in my possession. Somebody asked me, gosh, how do you like not keep everything? Well, I'm not a collector. Excuse me, and I'm definitely not a hoarder. I don't like a lot of bric-a-brac and tchotchkes sitting around, but I love Art Deco, the 20s and 30s, and I love this color. This is going to kind of probably look aqua to you, but it's actually that sort of minty, jadeite, depression green that was so popular in the 1930s. This is an unmarked, except for some little production number there, or mold number, pottery vase. Definitely dates to circa 1930. It's beautiful Art Deco example, no chips on it. I love it. It was $5 and it's gonna stay right here. It's not going anywhere. So that I am keeping, but I wanted to show you that every once in a while I do find something that stays here. This is a 1960s gooseneck, either piano lamp or desk lamp. Let me back up, or however you would want to use it. I picked it up because of the color, so iconic of that era, and it is in beautiful shape. As you can see, it's not chipped or anything. The paint, the cord is good. Everything on it is ready to go. I like antique lighting. Probably gonna put $24.90. Well, I don't know, maybe 32. Something in the 30s, I think. I'll put for that. Here's a flashed cranberry ice bucket where they hammered. Did I have this in my last video? I think I had it in my last video, but I forgot to actually pull it out and show it to you. It has a hammered finish on the metal handle. There's a little tarnish to it. It does come off. I at first was like, eh. But then the flash stone ruby did sort of appeal to me, so let me hold it up where you can see it better, because it really is pretty. Just a little bit of wear on the flash stone ruby color. So a nice ice bucket from, I'm going to say the 50s or the 60s. Could be a little earlier than that. I don't know. This, and what will I do with that? I'll probably try to sell that for in the $20 range. This I'm also going to sell for about $20. It is a cut to clear bohemian glass, or glass perfume bottle, kind of on the Art Deco style. Not exactly deco, but I would say you could call it that. And it's got, the stopper is in excellent shape. That's really neat. I like how the dots in the top are also on the side. There's some condensation because I washed it, and I have to wait for that. I won't photograph it until that condensation goes away. So there's no maker's mark on it, but really just beautiful cobalt blue glass as a perfume jar. That's going to look really sweet on somebody's dresser. And there's the original glass stopper to it. I should probably be able to get about 20 bucks for that. Don't laugh at me buying these lids. Well, you can laugh, but I'm going to laugh all the way to the bank. These are Pyrex lids. Pyrex is really good about marking their stuff. So it's on there. Are you gonna, do I have to show it to you? I guess I will. Right there, see? Pyrex. With the number. So 2 little glass lids, they were $1 each. You know how big Pyrex is, and people break lids. And I just today, in fact, while I was out buying those lids, this was in a thrift haul video a while back, and that just sold today for 25 bucks. This is a Hazel Atlas crisscross depression refrigerator dish lid. That's going to be on its way to Chicago. If we don't get too much snow tomorrow, I can get it out and get it in the mail. So this lid was $1, just sold it for 25 bucks. Buy lids, my friends, when you see them. If they're not chipped up, people are always looking for lids. I love this. It kind of has 1920s colors to me, with the cream and green there. A divided dish, and it simply says on the back, hand painted in Japan. I'm not familiar with that. There's a heart with like an M in it, and a Y over the top, like a Y imposed over an M. So I need to do some research to try to find out what that maker is. But this kind of looks 20s to me, and there's some, I like the sort of the cracks in the glaze. Back here, these were marketed as tidbit trays, is what they usually called them. And let me be very careful here. This has also a mark on the bottom. Come on, come on. Hand painted in Japan. And they would make these plates, drill a hole in it, and then stick this handle, which is a kind of a brass looking handle. I think it was gilded at one time and the gold is gone. Tidbit tray. probably from the 30s. And honestly, I really do not know what either one of these are going to sell for. They're not, you know, big ticket items. Anyway, and these are 2 hat boxes that were being thrown out. I was leaving a thrift shop and they were cleaning out one of the row houses across the street, and stuff was being put out in the street. The snow was really coming down, things were getting wet, and I just grabbed what I could. 2 hat boxes, probably from the 40s or the 50s. I'm not familiar with Peck and Peck, and no, unfortunately there aren't any hats in there. I did check that. So Peck and Peck I don't know, but of course John Wanamaker, the famous John Wanamaker department store, which is just a few blocks from here in Philadelphia. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those hat boxes, but I know they're collectible and they should be able to sell for, you know, at least 15 bucks each. This swing frame was also in the trash. It has no glass. I'll put a glass shade in it. Piece of glass in it. It's from the 1920s or 30s. It's called a swing frame because it swings. I need to tighten the screws. No big deal, but a nice old original frame with the glass in it. It'll probably sell for about 10 bucks. People do like them. This was also there. I just grabbed it. Southern Baptist Wake Up. It's printed in 1963. I'm going to leaf through this later. I'm not a Southern Baptist, but I did look at the table of contents, and they're warning Southern Baptists about, like here, will the Southern Baptists support college dances? I mean, it's dated, but it's going to be interesting to look through this and see what the opinion was about modernism, worldliness, and so forth on college campuses in the early 60s. All right. This is a ceiling light fixture that has, let me try to do it this way. All right, so if I hold it up here, you can see better. It's pink, and that appealed to me because it's really, could be used in a bedroom. Well, really anywhere. They had pink kitchens, pink bathrooms, pink bedrooms. Doesn't really have a mid-century design on it, or mid-century modern design on it, but you can certainly say that it is mid-century. That was 50 cents, and I'll probably sell that for about 15. Here's a very common ceiling light fixture, sometimes called a cake, birthday cake. Has a nice stainless steel not rim, but casing to it, and then the glass. That's kind of difficult there. It kind of even looks like it's lit up. 60s, 50s, 60s. That was $1, and that'll probably sell for, I don't know, 15 or 20 bucks. This is a cocktail tray, which I don't actually think that's a piece of linen. I think it's either a piece of paper or it's just painted on there. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. This is an extendable, what's called like an architect's lamp. I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand. I need to replace that spring, which I can find easily, and a wing nut, and this will be ready to go. They reproduce these. These are on sale right now at like Staples, and they sell for $39.99. Reproductions. The lamp socket part is a little bit different, but they look almost identical to this otherwise. But this is the real thing from the 60s. So I'll probably, once I get the spring and put that back together again, I'll probably try to sell that for about, well, I'm even going to sell it for less than the reproductions. I'll probably just try to sell it for between 20 and 30 bucks. And then this apartment sign was a thrift haul like last week. I just haven't been able to put it in a video yet. So this is cool. I mean, somebody would probably hang that up on their wall. It's just a piece of art, found object. All right, that's it. That's the stuff that I got. This is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, everybody, and so long for now.